All right, most importantly, these are going to be the ingredients that you guys are going to need. You are going to need 1 to 2 boxes of Oreos. I personally am gluten intolerant and I can't eat gluten, so I got the gluten-free ones. These are just from Kroger, but any brand of gluten-free Oreos would work. If you are going to use gluten-free, normally they do come in a smaller ounce. So I got 2 boxes, but if you are going to get just 1 box of Oreos, 1 normal, I think it's 14-ounce box bag would work. You're going to need a glass bowl, could be plastic, with a silicone spatula. If you guys hear little feet, that is beans down there, and I apologize. You are also going to need 1 bag of the white chocolate baking chips. Normally I get the little bowls, the microwavable ones. I'll insert a picture right here for you guys. I normally get those just because they're a lot easier to work with, but I couldn't find any. You are going to need something to decorate them with. You could just use food coloring and dye your white chocolate, but I just went ahead and picked up these cookie icings. I also have some red sugar sprinkles right here, as well as some cupcake tins, so I have somewhere to put them when they're done, as well as 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese. Okay, so the first thing I did was go ahead and cube up my room temperature cream cheese. I just diced it into about 6 pieces. It doesn't have to be uniform or the exact same size as mine. It's just gonna make it easier for your food processor to handle. I went ahead and put both of my packages of Oreos into our food processor. We're just gonna go ahead and pulse these until they are pretty much just crumbs. So I'm gonna go ahead and process this first, and then we'll add the cream cheese second. All right, once you have your Oreos in the food processor and you pulse them a couple times, this is the consistency that you should have. It kind of just looks like dirt and everything is just kind of crumbly. I went ahead and added half of my Oreo mixture over there into a mixing bowl, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in my cream cheese chunk by chunk, and I'll slowly reincorporate the Oreos back into this. All right, and you're going to want to food process it until it becomes this wet sticky ball that when you pulse it, it moves as one. So that's what this looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and move this back from here into our bowl. All right, so this is what your dough should look like. It should look really shiny and sticky, and when you touch it, it should stick together and easily form a ball. We're gonna go ahead and take this dough on a wax paper or a parchment paper lined cookie sheet and just take about this much and roll it between your hands and just place it right there. We're gonna do this until all of the batter is done, and we're gonna stick these in the fridge. All right, this is what the finished product looks like. As you guys can tell, all of mine are not uniform. They're all sliding, and all of mine are not the same size. It's perfectly fine. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these into the fridge for about 20 minutes, and in the process of doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start melting my white chocolate. All right, so my truffles have been in the fridge for about 20 minutes or so. I melted my chocolate and put it in a cup just because it is a lot easier to dunk it if it's in a shallow cup, as well as some skewers, and we're just gonna go ahead and pick these up, dip them in the chocolate, and put them back down, just like that. I personally do not coat mine entirely all the time because they're a lot harder to dig out of here. Also, my husband personally likes them drizzled in chocolate instead of dunked in chocolate, just because he's not a very big chocolate fan. So some of these I'm not going to actually coat entirely, just because he prefers me to make them not all completely covered in chocolate. I probably should have put these in for a little bit longer just because they are falling apart a little bit. I want to try to do this before the chocolate dries. Alright, this is what they look like. I got these cute little adorable boxes at my local Dollar Tree. They're adorable, especially for giving these out. And this is what they look like when they're all done.